Here we begin our introduction to lists. Overall, in other programming languages, they have a linked list. Think of a list and scheme as exactly the same thing. Really, the graphic here that I'm giving you kind of says it all, but there's a couple of neat features in this. Each of the nodes are also called atoms or elements, can be of different types. Elements themselves, though, the data inside are immutable. They have a pointer that points to basically the head of the node. Notice each of the nodes can hold one set of data. The interesting part about this is that each of the data sets could really be another list, a function, a number, but still it is considered one set. Now let's discuss the overall structure. The overall structure is mutable, but the data again inside is not. It is heterogeneous. The elements do not have to be all of the same data type. It is a recursive structure, which that's what a linked list really is. We get away with that a lot in Scheme because that's how we search through a list to find the data that we need. In Scheme, there is no index number. If we do want to search through something, we start at the head of the list and we recursively go through the list, supplying the list but maybe just one less index, or notice me saying index, but one less element in the list, so we have a little bit smaller of a search pattern. So the next course of actions is to show you what the code is for lists. Very simple. It's obviously in a set of parentheses here, but notice this time each element or atom in the list is separated by a space, which could be an issue if you have data that is separated by a space, but in all of these I'm not trying to go there. Now you'll also notice one other thing, especially in some of the bottom ones, is that we can have nested lists. In the ABC list that I'm showing you here, notice it's actually pretty self-explanatory when we draw it out, and we'll have an example of drawing things out here in a moment. When the B and C, notice they're in a set of parentheses, notice it's really its own list. And notice it's still a recursive structure. Overall, items are built exactly the same way, it's just you may have one inner list from the original list. And we'll talk about a little bit more about that here in a little bit.